So marketing, quite a big topic for Unit 1. And so just a general overview of what marketing actually is to start off with. Oh, where's it still on? There we go. So we just need to know what the main functions of marketing are. We don't need an in-depth analysis of these 4 Ps because that comes in Unit 2, but it's good to have a good overview. So what is marketing to start off with? Here's a nice definition. It's about identifying, anticipating and satisfying customer needs and wants in a mutually beneficial exchange. So when I show students that definition, I usually show them this picture of Homer Simpson, and this is an episode of The Simpsons where he meets his brother, and his brother is an executive of a car company, and he asks Homer to design a car, and Homer comes up with this car that has a separate space, kind of parents in the front and children in the back, so they don't annoy him while he's driving. And he's got all these like gizmos and kind of fancy things on it, and it's a complete disaster because it's not going to be mutually beneficial. So it's not just about completely satisfying the customer and giving them absolutely everything that they need. You're still a business and you've still got to cover your costs at the end of the day. So it's got to be mutually beneficial as well. So when we think about marketing, we can break it down into 4 main areas, and this is often called the 4 Ps. So price, and we need to think about how do we decide on price, and we've got different pricing strategies that we can have a look at. There's Unit 2 really, but you know, things like psychological pricing, you know, pricing things at 99p rather than £1. We look at the product itself, so is it based on what is its marketing orientation? Is it product led? Is it asset led? Is it market led? How do we know that the customers will want it? All types of market research we can do. We've got promotion, which is what most people think of as marketing, and so we think about above the line and below the line promotion, but also the place that we sell it at. How do we actually get the product to the customer? What is the logistics process, the supply chain, and where are they going to purchase it from? How are they going to purchase it? So the 4 Ps are a really good way of thinking of marketing, and it means as well that you're not just focusing on promotion, which is what many students tend to do. Okay, so the marketing is a big department. Well, it's not necessarily a big department, but an important department in the business because it affects all of the other departments. So when we're thinking about human resources, that's your people. Demand for your product, which you maybe your marketing department create demand for your product sometimes, that will determine how many people will need to be working in the business, because it'll determine how many products that you're going to sell, how many people you need to assemble the products. Operations, the actual making of the product. Marketing will determine the type of product that's needed and required. Price is going to determine how much profit, how much revenue is going to be made, how much demand there's going to be as well. If you set a high price, you probably won't have as much demand as if you set a low price, but it depends on what's most profitable. And research and development will be affected by marketing as well, because you know, you might have some market research and customers say they really want this fantastic product that's going to be able to predict the weather in a week's time or something, whatever it is. And then your research and development department have to go away and think, all right, how do we actually make a machine that does that? So the actual, you know, development and innovation and invention of products as well. This is a really nice little cartoon of the marketing process. So you really need all of your departments to work together, because you want to provide what the customer wants in a mutually beneficial exchange, but all of these departments are going to have some input into hopefully providing this. And if they get it wrong, if the message gets confused, then you get something like this, which is just very funny and very far from what the customer actually wanted. Okay, marketing is not just a department on its own, though. It used to be, you know, thought of as just a separate department, but there is a saying that everybody is involved in marketing, and that's true. You know, the person that answers the phone and the person that's actually making the product, they've got to make a quality product, because if they don't, and the customer gets it home and uses the product and it breaks, well, poor reflection on the company. That's poor marketing of the company. Okay, so this is a past paper question from quite a few years ago now, and it's just asking generally. So Carrie opened her clothes boutique, Carrie's Cave, in the suburbs of a large town. Unfortunately, things are not going well, despite the fact that she advertised her grand opening in the local paper. A representative of a local enterprise agency has pointed out to Carrie that there is more to marketing than just advertising, and that she should rethink the way her business is marketed. Okay, so more to marketing than just advertising. So what else could Carrie do to market her business? 6 marks. Well, we've got 4 P's, but they've said there's more to marketing than advertising. So we don't really want to talk about promotion too much. We want to talk about the other P's. So place. Is it in the right place? The suburbs of a large town. Is the suburbs the right place for footfall, for enough people to kind of pass her clothes boutique? Has she got the right clothes in there? Is it right for the target market? Who is she trying to aim her clothes and her boutique at? Are they priced correctly? Are they too expensive for the target market? Could she put on some pricing deals, 20% off for, the first 100 customers or something? So this is a really straightforward question, but it is a question that students year after year, when I give them this in class, don't perform that well on. And the reason is because they don't always read that question. So make sure you have a general overview of what marketing is, and make sure you read the question when you're looking at the 4 P's.